Hello everyone. At the Crafting Kids, we do a lot of preschool activities. I have a toddler son for whom I designed these activities. Starting from June this month, we are going to have a monthly theme and we are going to do activities around this theme. It will include all kinds of activities like sensorial, logic, cognitive, fine motor development, hand-eye coordination, art, craft, painting, and many more. So let me take you through what I have planned for this month. This month's theme is oceans and sea life. Let's first start with the shells cleaning activity. This comes under real life or practical life activity. This is to teach him the importance of cleaning and being hygienic. Cleaning shells is a great cleaning practice plus a lot of fun. I'm going to give him these shells, shaving foam, brush and a towel to dab and dry the shells. So what he's going to do is he will first clean the shells with the foam, brush them, dip them in the water, clean the foam and then pat them dry on this towel. So this will be also a great sensorial activity along with being a practical life and fun. Yes, learning through fun. Next is the crafting activity. Yes, we are the crafting kids. Using these paper plates and bowls, we will make various kinds of fish and sea animals. We are also going to make sea horses. And I will let him punch holes. This is a puncher. And then weave this thread, which is going to be a great fine motor activity. I've also given him this googly eyes, lot of paint, brush. We will also have some sponge painting technique. And yes, lots of painting and sticking in this activity. That's his favorite part. Next I have is bubbles, mixture and wands. Yes, this is one of my favorite things to use when I'm playing with Shaunak. Holding the wand in the hand and using his 3 fingers, the tripod grip, or it's also called a pincer grip, to hold the wand and dipping it in the mixture itself is a great fine motor activity. Plus a great hand-eye coordination, lifting the bubble mixture with the bubble mixture bottle in the left hand and wand in the right hand, and properly dipping the wand in the bottle requires a good hand-eye coordination. First I will let him blow the bubbles and then I will ask him to pop the bubbles. Now popping the bubbles requires a good visual tracking skills. He has to follow the bubbles and go reach them. Some are fast, some are slow, then try and catch them. A great hand-eye coordination again with hands and eyes working together. It also helps improving gross motor skills as he will have to try to reach to a height. He will jump, he will hop, run, squat, kick and do many more things. And isn't this a great sensorial activity too? Bubbles are wet, sticky and slippery. And as he tries to catch the bubbles, we can have a great conversation too. I can add some new words to his vocabulary, like making it a good activity for developing his language skills, like, hey, see, it's behind you, go pop it. It's in front of you, kick it. There's one above you, below you. This one is going fast, go catch it. This bubble is so big, this is such a tiny one, and so on and so forth. Next one is the activity for open-ended play. I will give him these things and just let him play the way he wants to. I want to see him how he uses this material. I will just let him be creative. I'm going to prompt him to be creative and see him express and experiment. What I have for him is this homemade sand play-doh. Yes, I have made it at home. I will mention the recipe in my blog post. It's very easy to make. And here are some pictures of sea animals and ocean animals, like this is a swordfish, dolphin. These are some seaweeds, some shells, marbles, etc. And I will let him experiment with this material. Next, what I have for him is this soap foam bubbles sensory play. It's another sensory activity. It will creatively engage his senses. Sensory activities are important as they help sharpening cognitive skills like problem solving and decision making. If a child is provided with various materials and asked to find a solution, you will be surprised to see the way their brains make connections. I'm going to give him this sensory tray full of bubbles and soapy foam and ask him to find the shells. These are kinds of activities inspire them, make them feel like they are doing a very, very important job. Finding the shells is so important. Ask them questions like, which shell are you going to get first? Are you going to find a cone shell or a spiral shell? How many shells are you going to find in the first 5 minutes? Okay, let's count how many got. And then you can do counting with your child, go from 1 to 10 or more if your child is ready for it. And this activity provides so much scope for communicating with your child. Next, we are going to create some scrapbook pages. He loves watching his own photographs. I have printed some photographs for him. We talk about the photograph. For example, I will try to remind him, like, do you remember we were in Florida last November? We walked through the sand, we played in the water. You love the sound of waves. And do you remember we made this castle on the south beach of Miami? You used all your sand toys to make this beautiful castle. You can even ask questions like, which color shirt are you wearing in this picture? What is the color of the water, the sand? Do you still have these beach toys? What is the color of the shovel that's in your hand? And so on and so forth. Showing these memories through photographs is so important. There is no limit. You can strike a great conversation. We will do the pasting. And yes, I have got lots of stickers for him. These are the beach theme stickers. Sticker peeling and pasting is one great fine motor activity. I have cut some shapes of the blue tags also. Out of the tags, I've cut some shapes for him. These are the various shapes that I've cut out of the blue tags, which he will paste using glue and decorate our scrapbook pages with some more elements and embellishments that I will give him. Next, what I have for him is the fishing activities. So much fun. I have created this tiny fish using pipe cleaners, which are available at all the stationery stores. I have used a wooden stick at home as a fishing rod and attached a hook to it, which is also made from a pipe cleaner wire. I am going to give him a bucket of water and put this tiny fish in the water and let him enjoy the fishing activities. I'm sure he's going to enjoy it. Next activity is a craft activity. We are going to make a fish bowl using this paper plate. First, I will let him paint the plate with blue color. I have 2 shades of blue for him. And then add some glue and then paste this sand. Then paint seaweeds using orange and maybe yellow color with his index finger, and then I will let him add some fish pictures to it and then cover the paper plate with this cling foil. This is another great sensorial activity, the sticky glue, the rough sand, the oily paint, and I will totally let him explore these materials. Then I need something to improve his sense of taste. I encourage him to do fireless cooking at home. He mixes 2-3 ingredients, tries to spread jam and butter to his bread. It is a great practical life activity. So this time I will give him this is a seashell pasta, if you can see here. This time I will give him a boiled pasta, white sauce, some sorted vegetables and seasoning, and let him mix all these ingredients and then have him fun eating the shells pasta. The next I have is this worksheet that I have designed for him. I took pictures of the different types of shells that I had, then in a Word file made a table and added pictures to it, pictures of the shells, and then added their names. All he has to do is take a shell and then try to match it with the picture. So does this look like this picture? No, this is a spiral shell, so where will it go? Okay, so this will go here. Does this look same? Yes. As it does this activity, I can add new words to his vocabulary, like the names of the shells. We can talk about the sizes of the shells. Like, this is a big shell, this is such a tiny shell, this is a medium sized shell, this is large, this is small, and we can also do a counting and so on. and a few more activities like coloring and tattooing. Isn't this octopus tattoo so cute? And yes, last but not the least, the books that we are going to read about ocean and sea animals. This is a tiny boat book at the beach and it has the words related to the beach. Though he knows all these words, he loves that mommy reads something for him and he carefully listens. He tries to say the words and sometimes even acts the words. And nowadays he has even started cooking up stories around those words. And I love listening to him. My heart melts seriously. This next book is a fun story book, The Baby Whale Who Goes to the School. I will even ask him to point out the fish, the whale, baby whale, teacher, the crab, the puffer fish, and so on. This next book is a great book to let your toddler have a feel of the depth of the ocean. It is a 3D book with layers and has various types of sea animals. And apart from pictures, it has this information snippets which I am going to read for him. Isn't this wow? Look at the layers. It's a really lovely book. Apart from this, we are going to watch a movie and also go for a field trip to an aquarium. Yes, I'll be taking him soon. Hope you like these ideas. So stay in touch, subscribe to my channel, and have fun. Bye.